This historic home is the McLean House. Built in the small village of Appomattox Courthouse, Virginia, in 1848, it was named for Wilmer McLean, who bought the property in 1862. On April 9th, 1865, 4 years after hostilities had broken out in the American Civil War, Confederate General Robert E. Lee met with Union General Ulysses S. Grant in McLean's parlor to discuss the terms of Lee's surrender. Official accounts of the meeting describe two great warriors earnestly negotiating in an atmosphere of mutual respect. But according to the recently discovered diary of General Grant's longtime friend and military advisor, Lieutenant Colonel Eli S. Parker, the official account whitewashes a darker truth. As Parker related things, the meeting was marred from the outset by hostility and outbursts of temper from the Confederate leader. All Grant's attempts at diplomacy were rebuffed, and at one point the two almost came to blows. Although Lee was finally prevailed upon to sign the surrender documents, he departed without a farewell, clearly enraged. As Grant and Parker watched Lee and his entourage ride off, Parker heard the Yankee general mutter, "What an asshole." The version of events described in Colonel Parker's diary, including his recollections of the actual dialogue between the two leaders, sheds a whole new light on our understanding of the surrender at Appomattox. Sadly, this historic meeting predated motion pictures, leaving any visual impressions of that day in the hands of artists. But if paintings could talk, we here at Reimagining History think the surrender may have looked something like this.
Good to see you again, General Lee.
Good afternoon, General Grant.
These are sad circumstances for you, I know. But it is a momentous occasion, ending this pointless war. Are you ready to sign the surrender documents?
Not so fast, sir.
What do you mean?
I don't like to be rushed.
Rushed? Look, Bob. Do you mind if I call you Bob?
I do mind. And you'll desist on the threat of me pummeling you.
Forgive me. I didn't mean to give offense. You're a proud man and a great general. I'm sure this must be very difficult for you. Believe me, I understand.
You understand nothing.
Why are you so angry with me? I've come here determined to treat you with respect and dignity.
It's simply this. I cannot support the idea of surrendering the Army of Northern Virginia to a drunken half-wit with a big nose.
There's nothing wrong with my nose, General Lee. It's in perfect proportion with my other facial features.
Your nose is a disgrace, sir. It's huge and unsightly.
Oh, it is it?
Yes, sir. You look like a pig.
General, I'm sorry you dislike my nose. But I know you'll forgive me, seeing as it's the one given me by my Creator.
God does not make mistakes of that magnitude, sir. From your appearance, I'd sooner believe your mother lay with a hog.
How dare you speak of my mother like that? General, for God's sake, are we not men of honor?
Well, one of us is anyway.
General, anyone hearing our conversation today would have no doubt as to which of us was the man of honor.
I needn't remind you, sir, that the prestige and honor of the name Lee is beyond all question.
Indeed, yet you question the honor of my name.
Well, there must be some reason they gave you the name Useless.
It's pronounced Ulysses.
Pronounce it however you wish. The meaning remains the same.
General Lee, you are not a gentleman. You're a scoundrel.
And you smell of whiskey and whores. So what's your point, Big Nose?
I have no point. I just came here to end this damn war.
Well, all right. Let's get on with it then.
Really? You're ready to sign?
I am. Provided that you make one small change to the wording of the document.
As it happens, I have been given some latitude by President Lincoln to amend the terms of surrender.
Good. That's very good.
But only if the amendment serves to expedite the peace process.
Oh, it will, I assure you, sir. I think it's safe to say peace is at hand.
Excellent. So what is the change you're proposing?
I propose that your beloved Army of the Potomac lay down its arms immediately and surrender unconditionally to the Confederacy.
What? Oh, fuck me. Are you crazy? Why on earth would we agree to that?
Because you're a sensible man, my friend. A decent, God-fearing man who wishes to spare his battle-weary troops from certain annihilation.
Yeah, right. General, we both know your army shot its bolt in the fight for Richmond. You got nothing left.
Okay. What if we just call it a draw?
I'm afraid not. It's time to sign, General.
Now hold your horses here. Give me a moment to think this thing through.
You've had more than enough time to think. What's left to consider?
There are still some things to consider, sir.
Like what?
Well, just now I was considering taking this quill pen and stabbing you in the eye with it.
General, please. You've lost the war, but you can still preserve your dignity.
There is no dignity in defeat. Vince Lombardi once said, "Winning isn't everything, it's the only thing."
Who's Vince Lombardi?
Never you mind. We'll just see if you can preserve your dignity when I stick my boot up your Yankee ass.
This has gone far enough. We've made every effort to avoid humiliating you. We even let you keep your sword.
Well, that was your mistake, Big Nose. Because now I'm going to take that sword and stab you right in the balls.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. And you know what I'm going to do after that?
What?
I'm going to chop off your big nose and feed it to my horse.
No way! Wait a minute. Your horse eats meat?
He eats whatever I give him.
That's just weird.
Yeah? Well, then I'm going to cut off your dingus and sew it to your forehead.
No!
Yes.
You would never do that.
Yes, I would.
No!
Yes, I would.
General Lee, you're a real shitbag.
Come on now, General. We've been at this for hours. I don't know about you, but I'd like to wrap this up right now. It's almost supper time.
Yes, sir, I'm a mite hungry myself. Would you mind if I was to partake of this last apple fritter?
Help yourself. If you sign the surrender, I'd be happy to have you stay for supper.
Thank you just the same, but no. I don't know what your boys are cooking back there, but it smells worse than a dead Yankee in the noonday sun.
Have it your way. How's that apple fritter?
Delicious.
Good. If you sign right here, I can get you the recipe.
Give me the pen.
There. Was that so hard?
I guess not.
That's it, boys. War's over.
Ah! Woo-hoo-hoo! Yahoo! Yahoo!
And you know what I'm going to do after that?
What?